Hey, everybody, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. This will be a short one. See who shows up. Couldn't sing this one over on Nemesis's channel because he's not paying any attention to his goddamn chat. Blasphemy! It's not Sunday. So I will try to sing this tune on my channel. Actually, it was Queen Wasp over there that kind of inspired it. There! Now the thing went out on live. So, here we go. Only be a few minutes. And I gotta go to bed, right? Okay, here we go. This is an oldie but a goodie. This goes way back. Now, see, it went to a black background. I don't know why I did that, but it's fine. We'll just leave it, like, even no matter what background I pick, it just defaults to this. I guess it'd be easier to read the chat that way. So that's fine. One person's in the house. Can we get a comment out there? Get some likes, show some love. Anyway, I got to get up tomorrow. Late morning, so, I mean, kind of late for me. So I won't be on here very long, just to sing this tune. Hey, Twisted Skeptics in the house. Good enough for me. All right. My voice is a little hoarse, so I'm going to try the best I can. And here we go. All right. An oldie but a goodie. Let me turn my light up so I can see better. That's better. All right. Here we go. I'm doing this live rather than recorded. Hear my cough? All right. Here we go. ER's on the channel. I went live so I could sing because he wouldn't let me sing over there. That's why. So you're just on time. Stay tuned. This will be a good one. And no, you won't get timed out of my chats like all the other BS going on everywhere else, right? At least I hope not. Y'all got wrenches in there. All right, fine, just fine. Congestion in my throat. Man, this mucus. What's up tonight? Just drink like a kind of a slushy 7-Up, you know, and got this going on. So anyway, here we go. Here we go. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. Remember this one? I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said that, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. He said that, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Whew, that's a lot to say. That's only verse 1. Hey, nerd. 1. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me true. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me nice. And then the witch doctor, he gave me this advice. He said that, here we go again. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. 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 Verse 3, coming your way right now. Let's see. Let me check. You've been keeping love from me just like you were a miser? Oh, yeah, okay. You've been keeping love from me just like you were a miser. Miser. And I'll admit that wasn't very smart. So I went out and found myself a guy that's so much wiser. That's off tune, isn't it? Anyway, we'll keep going. This was Queen Wasp inspired, this one. And he taught me the way to win your heart. My friend, the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend, the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know you'll be mine when I say this to you. I said that, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. 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 I can't get go anymore with this. This song's longer than I thought it was. I think I actually heard it on Dr. Demento in the 80s. Does anyone remember Dr. Demento? I'm actually not drunk, no. I just pulled this up on my computer and I thought, let's have some fun with this. This was one I used to hear like Halloween parties. Because that one and the, what's the other one? He did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash, you know? It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash, you know? That one. That was a good one, too. Anyway, I thought I'm not going to do the rest of it, but most of this song is the one verse liner, you know? So who cares? Rick, who cares? You know, I'll tell you what. Let's get into the drama just for a minute. You know you're living rent-free when someone like that follows you around and admits it on all these channels you go hang out on. And then they sit there, they have the audacity to sit there and say, you're the one. Because they're on there, and the only reason they wound up there is for you to begin with. You can literally not make this shit up. Oh, God. You got to drink to that. Anyways, I might do a panel later next week. I just wanted to go live because Nemesis would not let me. He let me get the. I actually bumped myself off, and I was going to start to sing that a little bit, and he wouldn't let me. So, you know what I mean? It's absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But it's funny. On all the communities I hang out, there's the handful of channels where they sit and they literally. I don't know. It's like a little game to them. They'll sit there and like time you out in the chat and shit and play games. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, come on, really? Hey, I don't know about y'all, but I'm 43 years old. I'm a freaking adult. I bring into question so many people out here just based on their actions alone, right? I mean, literally, quite literally. So anyways, nice trolling. And I won't even acknowledge it, but because I'm kind of doing my own thing here. And that's kind of how I do it. Remember I used to do soul streams that go for hours and hours and hours? I mean, I can literally sit here and ad-lib this shit and go hours and hours. There's 20 flipping people in here right now as we speak. Half of y'all, all right, half of y'all don't even have the guts to put a comment in the chat. Not even a freaking dot. You can't even put a dot in there. Damn you. Anyways, it is interesting. It's like, whew, I can't get caught on Honest Abe's channel. Oh no, the backlash from that in the Discord servers. Ooh, oh Nelly, no, we can't have that. God forbid we put a dot in that chat. You know, for the love of God and humanity, dare we put a dot in Honest Abe's chat? Thank you, 420 Moon. And Rose Lucky Lucy. Hi! Whoa! Screenshot! I haven't seen you in a minute. You're on my old channel, right? Yeah, you were. Here. I'm going to hand these out like candy for now. Oh, anyways. Let me ask you something on that note. What is and I'm not even trolling this guy, what is the easiest possible way? Easiest way to make a quick 20 other than just to send a freaking video clip. I mean, really? Not even 30 something seconds long. It's the principle of it. That's what it is. I mean, geez, I would be all over that. I don't know about you. I mean, hell yeah. Anyway, that's not what this is really about. So there is that. Oh my God. People slay me. They really do. Like earlier tonight on was it Nemesis channel where he's sitting there. Hey, great Gazoo and Justin. That might be the question of the day for you. That may not be for me. However, that's like Airhead from Cali, those Valley girls. Like, you blame Katie. Have fun with the whole the old music biz gang over there. And Cyrax. Enjoy that. Anyways, what's the worst way that it didn't work on one guy who actually was from that community, right? We all know who that is. Outfox the fox, right? And then the other guy who goes by a tiger as opposed to a fox, who has had absolutely zilch nada to do with that community at all. And that's how the whole plot is so stupid to sit there and think that that's actually going to work. It's hilarious. That's hilarious. What's the worst way to try to troll somebody? I mean, really. Try to sick a community of trolls. And they're trolls, right? On somebody who doesn't have a clue who this guy is, right? This Chance guy, Cyrax. And you know what I mean? Try to try to fish bait the guy into that one. See how that doesn't work out for you, right? Anyways, I remember when she first started out on YouTube. I do. And there are some video clips out there of it. Some of you have come across those. See? There's more out there to be had. Trust me. Keep digging. My precious. Keep digging. That's from The Hobbit. My precious. So anyways, and whatnot. Anyway, yeah, it's hilarious out here. Now, I was over there on, what's his name? That King Catharsis guy's channel. He absolutely dives into the drama. Who doesn't? And I did type in the guy's chat, this is the do as I say, not as I do community. That's what I call it. People will lash out, right, Moshe? People will start lashing out at you, okay, for what you're doing, which doesn't even scratch the surface of what the hell they're doing, right? And they'll sit there and try to, like, group troll and, like, shame and defame you. What were you thinking? You know? You should be ashamed of yourself. You know, and that. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. Back the bus up here. Back it up. Okay? A little bit more. Okay? Quick, fast. Does anybody see Keebler, No Sugar Added Truth? Hey, Rick, do you remember when you called her on the phone? Like a month ago or some shit like that? And you were live, right? I was on the panel. I don't even remember what channel we were on. And she could hear me in the background. And I said, hey there, Keebler. How's the PDF elves doing these days? You don't hear anything about them anymore, right? What's going on? Like, we the people at the Tyrant War channel, you don't hear shit about them either anymore. They've gone really quiet and dark. Nothing going on there. But anyways, boy, she started screaming at the top of her lungs. The bitch. And then she hung up on me. Or she hung up on me. She hung up on him. She was on the phone with him. I thought that was absolutely hysterical. Doesn't get any better than that. So, anyways, oh my God. The hypocrisy. Anyways, you listen to these people. They have four, if you listen to them closely enough, you'll hear them, they'll preach four same one-liners over and over and over again. And they will like echo each other. And the best part of wake it up is Honest Abe in your cup. Bing! So, Folgers, get yours today. But I'm like, okay, you guys don't know zilch, zero, nada, the big fat goose egg about my personal life, right? And it's going to stay that way, too. So, it's an old troll that goes back to like over 3 years ago. Rick Cruz in the chat, he knows. He's the one who diagnosed me with the condition I was fucked up in the head. Literally, is I am not, I shit you guys not, okay? Just for shits and grins, I decided to go on several medical authority resources to try to find a condition known as such. And guess what? Nothing there. Nice try. Try harder. The other one is Abe was a fake cop. Now, we all know who put that information out there, the actual agency I was actually on. Unlike this guy right here, right? Who was on some secret task force. Ooh, it's a secret. I cannot. If I told you, I would have to kill you. It's a double agent here in the chat, right? That's funny. That's even funnier. What's the other one these guys like to do? Oh, Autistic Abe. That kind of falls in line with Rick Cruz's medical misdiagnosis. He's a master of malpractice, he is. That's why literally lives off a shack off the railroad track. Railroad track, if I can pronounce that right tonight. But the railroad track got up and moved itself about a mile down the road that way, and I can't blame him one bit. Sorry, Rick. Sorry. So sorry. Man, he'll never get the girl, guys. Never get the girl. Think about that. I have one Liliana, and he busted up a guitar, right? Yeah, he did. Literally did. So, with that being said, what's one of the other ones? Abe lives in his mom's basement. Okay. And Prime tried that on Sam Hill Americans last night. Did you know that, guys? You know that? Yeah. I didn't even get on the panel. And you saw his other chat was lighting up with lame-o. Right. It's the same thing. I was a cop. It's the same stupid troll. Anyways, yes, we are all cops. We all were flying around, stealth technology, and what's the Aurora when it flies around the world out of Area 51 and out there and all that shit, right? Right, Top Gun and what do they call it, Red Hat or whatever, Air Force maneuvers. We're all fighter pilots, right? By the way, shout out to your dad, Dud, here, right? That's a definite real American hero right there. Let me tell you. Anyway, but yeah, I honestly think the reason why these people do this is because the wonderful things he does not do is it overzealous? What other reason would people sit there and troll somebody other than that they don't have anything else to go with? I mean, there's that too, right? So anyway, I remember when I caught crosswords corrosive. Remember that? Yeah, I actually downloaded that live stream. I remember that one. When he finally goes, well, now there's a real autistic person. These people love to make fun of people with autism. But, a shout out to the autistic community, really. I mean, these are people that they have very high IQs. They learn musical instruments in their single-digit years. I mean, they, literally master them. When us, high schoolers are left to bite the dust, I'm trying to figure out how to learn to play a frickin' harmonica in, 12th grade in 1996. Literally. How do these people do it? So, anyways, they just do, right, Freeside? Hell yeah. Right there. So, I might go 10 more minutes. Why not? What the hell? What the hell's going on? But these drama panels, man, it's just more of the same. All the stuff going on, and I'm going to mention them at some point, right? You knew it was coming. Right. Yes, it was. This is. That the shit, I don't know what to call them. I just call them the shit show side of YouTube, right? That had persistently been going on for over a year. Finally escalated. And one guy went off his rocker, his nut, and we all know what happened next. But anyways, I mean, not a whole heck of a lot, right? Just someone trying to go get at somebody. And there's arguments to be made about why. That's someone I've definitely had an issue with way before I ever landed on that first shit show and freaking, what was it, January or February of 2023? Something like that. Oh yeah. Trust me when I say that. Trust me. I mean, I'm not kidding either. Not kidding. I believe you actually are high as fuck. One Rick Crude. The Mecca of YouTubehood. So anyway. What else was I going to say here? Solo stream. So, yeah, this is my report card. The dog ate it. I was abducted by aliens. I got my Trappa Keepa. Does anyone even under the age of 35? That's a good number, right? Everyone's 35 on here. What the hell? Even know what a Trapper Keeper is? Probably not. Okay? So what was what's one of the other one-liners these guys like to throw at me? Oh! Here's one for you. Now, Rick always says this one a lot. He picked it up from somebody else, of course. That like my dinner meal consists of Hot Pockets. I have not touched a Hot Pocket in over a quarter of a century. Did you know that? The last Hot Pocket, as you call them, I was very unimpressed. Sorry, Hot Pockets. And I think it was like 1998 or 1999. Let's go with that number. It was probably the last time I had one of those things as a last-ditch resort. And it was from a guy I was working with, and I had like very little to eat that entire night. We were busy, and he just happened to have these so-called Hot Pockets on hand. Trust me, I knew I should just tough this damn thing out for the next 5 hours or 3 hours, whatever it was I was working, my part-time job, and just not done this. Major stomach bomb. Never again. Ever. Maybe those things taste better in the toaster oven. maybe the regular oven. I got one of those too, right? But certainly not in the frickin' microwave. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Never again. And I vouch never again with that product. Sorry. That troll ain't going to work too well. Let's see. What's some of the other ones these guys like to say? For some reason, as Crafty Cat would call him, Peg Leg here in the chat, seems to think I walk with a cane. Well, let me tell you something. If I ever find myself walking with a cane, you can rest assured that thing is going to be loaded with a 22 round, or 2 or 3 or 4, however many rounds that thing is going to take. That would be my concealed carry cane, right? Actually, it's not really concealing it. It's not like it's in your pocket or anything. Your waist, your vanity. It's like out in the open, right? But anyways, I don't have a clue where he got that one from. But I can rest assured, at my job, I walk on average on the low side of things, 7 miles per day. Sometimes as much as 11 or 12. Because I walk down very, very long corridors in areas that people normally wouldn't need or to go to, get access to, or even knows exists in the world as life as we know it today. In my job. That ain't no joke. So that's hilarious. And as these guys, that's the other one. That's the other troll I was looking for. Abe has no job. Well, I'm sitting here making $400 a day, like yesterday. I'm sitting here going like, yeah, okay. Hey, Rick, ain't that about how much you make in a month? Just saying. I'm sure it probably is. Getting up there, buddy. All right, getting up there. I mean, one day. So trust me, I am blessed to have a job that doesn't make me rich by any means, but lets me live comfortable. Just comfortable. And you know what? You don't have to live in a gold-plated mansion, to be happy. Money does not bring happiness at all. If anything else, it brings more sorrow and more, more anger and frustration. Right? It's just it's the good and bad of all evils, But it's what it is. It's either a barter and trade system, or it's the green stuff. How many people even find stray coins anywhere, lying around anymore? Right? Like nowhere. How many people use cash to pay for anything? I mean, anything at all. Anything. probably not too many. So, I mean, people are paying with like apps now. The younger gen out there, okay? Gen Z, they call them, right? They don't even use credit cards. They have them, mostly, or a debit card or credit card or both, because they do it on their phone apps. And they scan a little QR code, and then they make their payment that way. Or they order it, they prepay for it. And they order it on their phone through an app, and then they just go get it, or it's delivered. Man, we're getting freaking lazy. Not only is the enclosed shopping mall, right, gone out of business, over by in Cyrax's hood there, right? There was like a 3-story mall that was one of the first ones to fold over in the, I think it was like the first part of the new millennium, sometime there or another. Been a while. And then it was just like a domino trickle effect from there. Thank you, eBay and Amazon. Mostly Amazon and all that. Now, you don't even have to go to the freaking drive-thru to get fast food on short orders. AKA, fast food, right? Same thing. To physically drive there and bring the shit back. Ride a bike there. Skateboard. Did you do that, Ollie? How about an Ollie, Abe? Because people are freaking lazy. They're lazy. Right? Good God, y'all. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love sitting at home like the best and the worst of them. When I've been hauling ass for 12 hours straight, okay, and it's freaking hot out, or whatever, or it's freezing cold, never anything between. Trust me, I love crashing out at home and seeing what you guys are doing in this wonderful, wonderful land of the unknown we call YouTube. Now, here's one for you guys. Why do they call it YouTube? Can you give me the answer to that question? Anybody out there got it? Does anybody out there? Anybody fluffy knees? Richard Carood, entertainingly yours. Does anybody? Why in the fuck? Again, pardon my French. Do they call this YouTube? All right, we were up there in Lisa B's. Now, the one guy who hadn't talked to me in a frickin' half a year gets up on there. Definitely one of Rebel's arch enemies right there, right? And y'all know who that is, right? The guy with like the Red Cross and all that stuff on his background there. History of like Masshole and all of that. Turtle Boy Live. And every time I hear that, I keep like thinking of Mario, where he jumps on the turtle and then it goes whoop, whoop, it squashes it and then kicks it. Or in the Super Mario Brothers 3, you could actually pick it up and then throw it, chuck it before it came out of there or whatever. It woke up out of its shell. Yeah, that guy. But even Brett the Settlement, okay? I had talked to this guy forever. Gets up on the panel. What's the first thing he says to me? He says something to the effect about, here we go, all about Abe, right? I'm like, seriously, I'm like, dude, seriously, right? I says, Brett, you disappointed me on that one, buddy. You did. Why? Because I thought knowing him, you could come up with a better one than that. And he didn't. So I'm like, dude, man, sigh. But let's take a look at that, shall we? Why on God's flipping earth do they call this thing YouTube? Let's do the math, everybody. I know there's only 7 of you in here now. U plus tube equals YouTube. Hey, this is about us. It's about us, okay? You too. It's about me. It's about you. It's about them, he, her, she, it, whatever. The undecided. Yeah, that. So every time y'all get up on your panels, hey, TOS, better late than never. I got a hall pass for that. It's like every time y'all go up on, fire up your channels, go live, you're making it about you. You might be talking about somebody else. You might be cutting someone up and setting down another, reaming them, hanging them out to dry. But at the end of the day, you're still, even indirectly, making it about you. Yes, it's true. You. That's your cue. I'm like, Jesus. Strangle these people. Right, nerd? Right, Freeside? I love the 90s. There it was VH1. I love the 80s. So that was a cool series, right? Man, that was a while ago. You can still see those on YouTube, actually, some of them. I can't find it. I cannot find those in the I love the 80s, the 90s, and the 70s, and all of that shit. The millennium. It's hard to find those in anything like above 40, 80 pixels. Now, back in the day, that was, whoa, man, you got a 40 pixel phone going on there? Hell yeah. You got a phone that has a camcorder on the damn thing at all. I mean, a camera. I'm dating myself. Whoa, gnarly. I got my first... do you guys remember cell phones? When them things first came out, they were a brick. It was a weapon. You could throw it through a window and shatter a window. You could use it as a baton. Just extend the antenna out. You'll be good. We got you. The battery weighs like 60 pounds, and the phone itself weighs about 3 ounces. But hey, the hell. Those like 20-prong charger connectors. Something to that effect, something like that. But just like, damn, man. Damn. The old Nextel walkie-talkies. That's correct. It was a dating youth. That is absolutely correct. You are right. It was called it was a dating platform on Valentine's Day, February the 14th of 2005. Over 20 years ago. Holy guacamole. But that didn't work out so well. Or people started using it for everything else. And here we are today. Hey, how do you like me now? How do you like me now? Well done? Well, flip me over on the other side because I'm done cooking on this side. Because I'm roasted, toasted, and burnt to a crisp. I am. Abraham, I am. Green eggs and ham. So, anyway, no, it's like, seriously. I just, every time I get on this thing, and I listen to the same people that are around my same age, most of them. All right. Maybe not all of them. Some a little bit younger. Some a lot younger. Some a little older. Some a lot older. But still, it's like boring. Same thing over and over and over again. People that talk about me and the shit they say over and over and over again. Where's your? Then they haven't figured this out yet. Have you guys figured this out yet? If you have, you get one up. Okay, one for the T, get one for the T. Did you guys realize that people say the same regurgitated one-liners, the same bullshit, day in, day out, and they have nothing new? And it's like, didn't hear about that. Didn't see this one yesterday. What about the day before that? What about the day before that? What about the day before that? And that, but the day before that, too. Well, yeah, it actually was. So, yeah. Let's come up with something new. So, when these guys, these wise guys, come at me with the same shit, they have, I'm not saying they're not intellectual. I'm just simply stating that either they haven't caught on to it, they don't care, I don't know what drives them. But when they throw the same one-liners at me, guess what I'm going to do? Guess what? I'm going to throw the same one-liners back at them. Maybe at you. Because this is what we do. And not like timing me out in chats over 2 years later doesn't get old after a while, because it does. I've talked about cross-channel mods that, they'll, if they do nail you in one chat, damn good and well they're going to hit you anywhere else that they're modding. And anybody who says any different knows better, knows way better. Okay, y'all do. And it's what you do. Now, another thing is, people literally take everything for face value out here. And I try to too. I try to take people for their word, unless they give me another reason to prove otherwise. But when you get on here and you start talking bad shit about somebody, and I've always, you all know me by now, and I've always held true to this. And I want you to think about this before I end this thing, because I'm going to end this in just a minute. So last few words. How was that last meal? There's a rather electrifying, nice, cozy, warm wood chair with a lot of wires and electrodes and things hooked up to it with your name on it. Just go have a seat in the waiting room. See that chair right there is wide open for you. That's why I don't try to say any last words. Is there a priest nearby? Where's the padre? No, nothing like that. So let's see, is there anything else y'all want to get out before I end this thing? Because I'm going to end this thing soon. Just give you a heads up. And I'm tired too, you can probably tell. But come on. It's like it's the most simplistic things stimulate these people's brains. And they have no they have no vices against doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. These people's digital lives, it's that. It is a digital rerun. It's like the worst pilot episode that ever came out, never should have aired, and they didn't even bother to colorize the thing in modern day. So it's got to be pretty bad. But I mean, what could be worse than low-budget PBS TV growing up in they say the 70s or the 80s? Because things got so much better in the 90s, right? So, this is PBS. Remember that one? So, I can't think what else to say here, but do thank you for tuning in, and I will definitely get on later, and I'll be glad to sit and talk to you then. Let's see. It's a lithium crystals, Captain. I give it all she got. She's gonna blow. That kind of thing. We have a lot of pseudo YouTube doctors out here. We have some criminologists who either took Intro to Criminal Justice and took their C and see you later, bye. Or, hey, guess what I got here, guys? I got the easiest possible college degree in the world that you can get. And I know I'm going to catch some flack for this later, because my degrees are not in this, okay? They're not. So I can make fun of this, see? I know people have gotten this college degree, and it's kind of like, and a lot of these degrees, it really doesn't matter what the hell you get them in. Because, like 87.8% of us or more end up going in fields that have nothing to do with what we earned our college degrees in to begin with. And the employer's like, ooh, you got a bachelor's degree. Ooh, what is this in? Botany? Ooh, wow. You're in accounting and you'd like to become a pizza shop manager. Oh, okay. Sounds good, yeah. Very good. You want to come be a greeter at Walmart with us? Oh, well, hey, look at that. You got a PhD in quantum physics and astrology or astrophysics, and quantum mechanics. Did I mention that one? And all that, And hey, we'll give you an extra $1 an hour for that degree. How much that thing cost you? $100,000? Whew, man. That extra 33 cents an hour should make the difference for that one there, buddy. Let me tell you. But honestly, it's true. So I got my degree in criminal justice there. So that makes me a criminologist. I'm a regular Dick Tracy here. I'm like Sherlock Holmes. Okay, you can go with that. But, some people go either way with that degree. You might try to get in law school with it. Maybe you want to be like a security manager somewhere. You want to be if you're in law enforcement, yeah, that degree will help advance you along the way. I'm not going to lie. Bachelor and master's in it. But for the most part, I remember this one college degree that was the most worthless college degree you could possibly get. And the friend of mine who actually got this degree, and ended up in boatloads of college debt from this one institution I shan't mention. It's like some of these online degrees. And they are, don't get me wrong, most of all these are accredited. That's not the issue. The issue is, hi, I'm here to interview for your opening in, corporate management. Or I'm here to be a plant manager. I'd make a great candidate for you. What degree do you have there? Well, I have my degree in technical management. The fuck is technical management? It's a worthless degree. Another worthless degree that you don't want to get. What is I don't even know, how do you define, what is technical management? I'm lost. You can't become an electrical engineer with that. According to some people, you can't even have the title of engineer unless you have a degree in engineering. That makes a lot of sense. Like the engineer of a train, or a fire truck, or a building engineer. Most of those people don't even have college at all. Maybe some credits or something, or vocational school, but no! Here's another worthless degree. And I was disappointed to see a state university actually offering it at one time. I don't know if they still do or not. They probably don't. God, I hope they don't. Here's another worthless degree you do not want to get. Guaranteed. Every time. Aviation management. Well, hello there. I'm here to interview with your fine company. What do you do here? We make sporks and, plastic items from petroleum products, things like that. And, what makes you a good candidate? Well, I got my degree in aviation management and I know how to run an airport. Well, if we ever have a plane to land out here in the middle of our our grounds, or hell up on the roof, we'll keep you in mind. So what are you going to do? What is there to everybody I knew, an old job of mine that got that degree, did absolutely nothing for them except for one guy who was already a brown noser and getting ready, climbing that ladder. Okay, so even without that degree, the guy was already set to land that said position in that said field. Okay. But you think about it. Eventually, that guy's going to move on. Maybe he'll retire, get his cheap gold watch in his little wood plaque. Say thank you for working for us for so many years, and you've done so much for us that we'll be sure to forget you by tomorrow. But thanks for those grinding 30 years of service. I know a lady who has been working for McDonald's for 44 years. 44 years? That's a year longer than I've been alive. I remember seeing her when I was a kid. Wow, man, 50. What are you going to do? Go 50 years? I'm going to go 50 years. And I'll get my M trophy. Maybe I'll get one of those Warren Buffett Golden Arch cards, and I'll be able to sit here and enjoy dining at the fine establishment as I clog my arteries and give myself a heart attack and die. God, I hope not. This person's actually really cool. By the time the day I retire, hey, why not? Let's eat McDonald's every day. That'll be great. I'll go walk a few miles after I'm done. A Big Mac. The worst thing is the sauce on that thing too, right? I'm sure it is. Okay. So, do you have receipts? I don't have a job. I don't think you do. No, you don't. No, you don't. So anyways, I'm going to end this thing in just a minute. But listen, there's certain degrees out there that are worthless for people that actually achieve them. And then you got the people out here that, hey, darling Maggie, how you doing? Then you got people out here that they're not only the court stenographer, okay, they're also the plot prosecutor for the plaintiff. They're the judge, the jury, the bailiff, of course, that too, and the executioner as well, is what they are. And that's why I say, what makes you people think that you're the freaking arbiter of receipts? Well, because I'm a trustworthy source, and these guys believe me more than they believe you. This is going to take me very far in my life, let me tell you. Hey, someday I'll be like this. Hey, Grandpa, what did you achieve in your life? Well, we showed up this guy known as Honest Abe, and we knocked him down a size and put him in his place. Yeah, we iced him out all right. We iced him out. We used to time him out in the chats too, and boy, I drove that guy crazy. Sure did. Yep, sure did. Okay. Gotcha. There's a life achievement, if I do say so myself. Well, Nickelodeon's not on at night, Rick, so that's a problem. Remember, it used to be Nick at Night? No black and whites. Well, my black and whites, pretty good stuff. Good shit. So anyways, I do got to get going here in a minute. Yes, I do. But just remember, why even remember? Oh, what I would say is, if you hear the lie, if you believe the lie, if you repeat the lie, then yes, you do become the lie. That's true. That's very true. People like to spin narratives. One Biff Thunder Muffin. People like that. Harry Balls. Is that the same? Wait a minute. Is that the same guy? See him on Massholes. Did that guy used to troll Cyrax? Anyways. That kind of thing, right? Yeah. At the end of the day, what's it going to matter 100 years from now? It's just not. We'll become a figment of everyone's imagination out there. We will, absolutely will. And I look at people out here, and I do study people a lot. Trust me, I do. I absolutely do. And I'm like, okay, let's try to make some sense out of that one. What would prompt that person to say this or do that? And it'll make your mind go crazy. It'll absolutely make your mind boggle. So, it's like, where's receipts? Don't have any. That's a problem. Well, I said it, so that makes it true. Yeah, I heard it from so-and-so. Okay, you go with that. It's probably not going to work too well for you in the end. If you want to talk about, like, who's... what like actual factual KE evidence is, and whatnot. Just because you say, well, I heard this from so and so. We have the clips. That's my favorite ones. We got clips on you there, buddy. Look out. Your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower. Why? Because I got clips. Not like that shit's ever taken out of context, right? Of course it is. Sometimes people are even as, if you're willing to put the time into this and the effort, more power to you. Mix clips, so it makes it look like somebody said something they didn't. That happens too. It does. Look for the cuts in there, guys. and your powerful editors. Where's Brian King to teach us about Power Director? That's only been about 5 or 6 years ago, at least. So that's all I got for you, people. People, that's all I have. No, unfortunately, you don't have receipts. You always get the narrative wrong, too. A lot of times, I think you just do it on purpose. Or you just try to wing it. You try to shoot from the hip. Hey, I just did a quick Google search. Well, by the way, call that guy out for looking stuff up on Google. But here, let me type that on my computer. Find that on Google. Okay, that's it. Have fun. See you later. Don't forget to write. Scratch that. Don't write. And you lose. So there you go. That's just the way it is. You know. So I'll leave you with this, okay? There's only 8 of us. 8's a lucky number in the Japanese culture. Did you know that? 8 makes you feel great. They're great. Now, I'll leave you with this. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'll say, let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Na 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 na. Wah 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 wah. Anyway, that was supposed to that marks the end. This is the end of the line for you. See you later. Bye. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you later. And all that good, happy, fun stuff. Be happy. Don't